Hi folks, Total Sales Solutions in Jackson, Mississippi, where we sell trucks, sell diesel trucks, we sell every kind, folks. And today we're going to list a really nice one. And if your weather's like it is here in the Confederacy, you're going to need a truck, because it's about as cold as it's been in a long time.
Colder than a witch's titty.
Yeah, well, I asked Dan, I said, I always talk about the Confederacy, we're here in the Confederacy, and I know that's not politically correct anymore, but he said, anyone who would object to that wouldn't buy us a truck anyway, so we hope you come see us here in the Confederacy. Back to the truck. This is a nice truck, folks, and you can see how pretty it is. We go through it. It's a 2008 Ford F250 Lariat, turbo diesel, folks. Been tuned, deleted, and all that. This truck's only got 160,000 miles on it. Setting on of course, four-wheel drive. I didn't need to say that, but four-wheel drive, turbo diesel, tuned and deleted, and it's setting on a matching set of expensive Toyo tires. Everything about this truck is just the way it ought to be, and it's a fine-looking truck. Look at it, the way it stands up.
Got a new windshield.
No pecks, no dings. It's a Southern truck.
That may have a peck somewhere, but yeah, well, I don't see any. But it's got a little small, probably a 3-inch or so lift kit, leveling kit, whatever you want to call it.
I'm telling you, folks, this is an exceptional, stand-up, good-looking truck. Look in here. This is the original leather. It's
automatic headlights.
The headliner is beautiful, just the way it ought to be.
Power folding mirrors.
Look at the carpets. I mean, this is an exceptional
And
truck.
they go in and out when you're towing, and they're heated, leather steering wheel, automatic headlights, power pedals. I'm going to have this console recovered. It's going to the upholstery shop in a few minutes.
Well, yeah, it's better to show it like that, because we're showing it originally, and everybody goes, oh, what about that?
You can look in the jams, and I'm not going to say it's never been in the mud, but if it has, it wasn't in there long, because we can't clean them up this nice.
Did you see the carpets? You show the carpets?
I did. 373 limited slip.
Look in here how clean it is. Never been a farm truck, never been a
work truck
on the job site somewhere hit the door. And I'm telling you, folks, it is cold. Look back here. Look at, well, you can't see the headliner, but the headliner's perfect.
Got these trays that fold down. I'll fold them back. Fold down armrest. Now, one other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to retint these windows, just because my cleanup guy put a little spot in it trying to rub on them, so it'll have new tint Monday. Cab corners are perfect. Southern truck, zero rust.
Look at the lines on the bed. Bed liner's nice.
Now, it's got the extra leaf for towing. Got a turnover ball under this bed liner. This bed liner's cool. Now, it's got these little straps. Now, you can hook them here or you can hook them there, and when the tailgate's closed, it makes a little space so your stuff, your groceries and stuff ain't sliding all over the place.
Dan, it's got the old man step, Dan calls it. Of course, you know that's because he's still not an old man. It will be funny later on. Look how neat it is, how clean. Down the side, look down the side. Not any waves and
the body's just super straight, and it's not pecked up behind the rear wheels. And there may be one or two pecks, but it ain't just ate up with rock pecks.
Well,
so that tells you it hadn't been out on gravel roads, and ain't been spinning out in mud holes, slinging stuff everywhere. It's even got the little shield still there.
You can't find an 08 that looks nicer than this, folks. Don't care.
Fold this back down. Got the power outlet. That's the Ford mat.
And it's going to be a bargain. Look at the kick plates and all that.
You can look in here. Power on both sides. Dash isn't peeling. Pockets are clean.
And it's going to be a great value, folks. I know down at the coffee shop, they're going to tell you, well, my cousins, uncles, aunts, and nephews bought one nicer than that. Well, he didn't. He didn't. Because there's not any nicer than this. This is a great truck, good-looking truck. Whoever buys this is going to love it. It's a 2008 Ford F250 Lariat, turbo diesel, sitting on a perfect matching set of Toyo tires. Got everything you could put on a truck, 4-wheel drive, only 160,000 miles, been tuned and deleted. It's a grand truck. Thanks for watching our video, folks. We appreciate it so much. Look forward to visiting with you about this truck, seeing you here in Jackson, Mississippi. Thank you.
Hi folks, Dan Dale here. You've been listening to my dad talk about this truck. Now I'm going to take you on a test drive. Before I do, just want to show you a few things. First of all, you can see, take the cap off. Just a tiny wisp of smoke, although smoke's not a big deal as long as it's not puffing. It can be smoking way worse than this. It's no big deal. The main thing is, you see, set the cap down, it doesn't blow off. That means there's no pressure, which means there's no blow-by. Blow-by is engine compression getting past the piston rings and into the crankcase. And this truck doesn't have that. What it does have, you can see, EGR's been deleted, got the high flow intake elbow. Got two basically brand new Motorcraft heavy duty batteries, S&B cold air intake. Like I said, EGR cooler's been deleted, DPF's been deleted. I'll get into the DPF more in a minute. You can see from these bolts that it's had an impact on them to remove this core support, which tells you the radiator recall's been done, so that's about $1,500 you ain't got to worry about spending. But beyond that, we don't clean under hoods. This is just how it came in. So you can see, you know, a little dusty, a little dirty, but not caked up mud, and probably hasn't spent much time, if any, in the mud, because when they have, these pipes get a brown patina from that mud hitting the hot engine on bare aluminum that you just can't wash off, and this truck doesn't have that. So anyway, now we're going to hop in, take it for a spin. Okay, now we're in the truck. I'm going to take you for a little quick spin. You have to excuse my shaky camera work. I'm filming with one hand and driving with the other on some of the worst roads in the city of Jackson. But even though the camera may come out a little shaky, the video, rest assured the truck itself has a great ride and drive. You can see it has a brand new windshield. It's got the steering wheel controls, leather wrapped steering wheel. I'm not sure, this is some kind, it looks like the Harley Davidson trim, to be honest, but I'm not sure. It's got the built-in trailer brake controller, 6 CD changer with sync, power pedals. It's got the electronic shift, 4-wheel drive, traction control. I think that's parking sensors. Automatic headlights, fog lights. We showed you the power folding mirrors. Has the overhead console. I'm not sure, that may be stuck closed. Not really much to nitpick on this truck. It fires right up, hot or cold, and whether you buy from us or whomever, you always want to hear a Power Stroke diesel crank cold, because if it's got any kind of injector or high pressure fuel pump or any kind of fueling issues, it may run perfect warmed up, then you get home and the next day you crank it up and it runs like a 3-legged dog. But this one runs great hot or cold, so no worries there. Like we said, it has been DPF and EGR deleted. Now, you know, you don't have to delete the EGR cooler on these, but it's been done, so that's good. It drops your exhaust temps about 100 degrees. But the biggest thing is the DPF delete, because unlike these newer trucks that use that fluid, these 6.4s, the way they clean their DPF is by dumping extra fuel into the rear 2 cylinders, and that causes several problems. First of all, it kills your fuel economy because you're dumping fuel out the exhaust. So you delete it and you pick up 3 to 5 miles per gallon right off the bat. Plus, if you're not on top of your service, all that extra fuel eventually gets past the piston rings and into the crankcase and thins out your oil. But now, you have to be really ignoring your oil changes for that to be a problem. But, it can be. But fortunately, we got this truck, all that work was already done, so that was the good news. It has just a basic little, probably about a 75 horse or so tow tune in it. So from the stock 350, it's probably putting out about 4 1/4. It's not a coal rolling tune. It's not blowing black smoke every time you take off from a stoplight. So, you know, you don't have to worry about getting hassled by the cops. It doesn't have a giant fart can exhaust. It's deleted, but it still has a muffler on it, which I like because, you know, if you stomp on it, you can hear it a little bit, but it's not obnoxious. And in normal driving, you don't even notice. So you're not going to get anybody's attention unless you really want to. So that's the good thing about that. Goes down the road just like it should. Doesn't pull to the left or right. Doesn't vibrate or pull when you hit the brakes. If you want to fly in, drive this truck home, you can. I would not hesitate to drive this truck absolutely anywhere. So, you know, if you want to fly into Jackson, Mississippi International Airport, we'll be glad to pick you up during our regular business hours. We'll come back here to our place in South Jackson, do all the paperwork, feedback and everything, and let you get on the road. But if you're like most of our customers, you're from the Northeast, the Midwest, you're buying from us because we got great prices and we got rust-free vehicles. And so you may not have time or inclination to spend several days driving or flying down and then driving home. So if that's the case, don't let the idea of buying it sight unseen and shipping it scare you, because that's why we do these videos, so you can see that they do in fact go down the road just like they should. And plus, if you buy it on eBay, you got your buyer protection through them that you're going to get your title and your vehicle. So you don't have any worries there. And if you look online for quotes, don't let the prices you see on there scare you off, because depending on how much of a hurry you're in, we can save you as much as half off. And the reason for that is most of these guys you find online aren't actual shippers. They're just brokers, and they'll charge you hundreds of dollars up front, and they call it a deposit, but all it really is their broker's fee for finding somebody to haul the truck. Well, they'll use this one website that's not open to the public, costs a couple grand a year to be on, to actually find people to haul it. And we're on there. So basically we can get you wholesale rates on shipping. So if you're interested, shoot me a text, 601-376-9869 with your zip code and the vehicle you're interested in, and I can get you a good ballpark figure on shipping. And if you're anywhere near Dallas or Houston or Atlanta or pretty much anywhere in Florida, I can get you a real good deal on shipping. So if you're interested, let me know. Basically the way it works is you can either FedEx me a cashier's check or do a bank wire for the price of the truck only, and then I post it and I find somebody to haul it to you. It won't be me, but I'll find somebody, and when they drop it off, you just hand them cash for the shipping. So it's a real smooth, simple transaction. If you have any questions, give me a call about it. One thing I want to show you, we've been driving nearly 10 minutes. You can see the dash, no lights on, no engine lights, service lights, brake, ABS, whatever, no lights lit. I like to show the dash after we've been driving a while, because it's easy to hook up your scan tool, kill a light, take a picture and say, oh look, no lights. But if there's a problem and you haven't fixed it, then as soon as you go to driving, that light's going to come right back on. So that's why I like to show the dash after we've been driving a while, so you can see there really are no lights lit. And I think I've been driving this truck, it just rolled 170,000 the other day, which for one of these is low miles. You can look at some of my older videos. About this time last year, I sold a King Ranch 08 or 09 with 400,000 miles, and it wasn't even deleted, but it'd been serviced. These are good engines as long as you take care of them. You got to keep them serviced. You got to change the oil every 5,000 miles. You got to change the fuel filters every other oil change, and you have to use foreign filters. If you use aftermarket, then you'll have problems. You got to keep them serviced and service them with forward filters. If you do that, these things can run forever. But anyway, like we said, it's an 08 F250. Now, just so you know, I'm calling this a Lariat. Now, it's got leather. It's got the Lariat goodies, power folding mirrors, automatic headlights, fog lights, leather steering wheel, overhead console. But the one thing it doesn't have is the little, well, it's got most of the, we just put these new batteries in, so the fuel economy hasn't reset. But, you know, it doesn't have like the compass in it. So, I think all that was really optional. But it does, the badges are just blank on these models, so, you know, I guess there's a tiny chance it's the most optioned out XLT of all time. But it's got to be a Lariat. But I just want to point that out. Nothing really to nitpick on it. Don't know of anything that doesn't work. Runs great, drives great, ready to go. If you're interested, give me a call, 601-376-9869. Appreciate you watching the video. Look forward to seeing you here in Jackson, Mississippi. Thank you. Nothing really to nitpick on it. Don't know of anything that doesn't work. Runs great, drives great, ready to go. If you're interested, give me a call, 601-376-9869. Appreciate you watching the video. Look forward to seeing you here in Jackson, Mississippi. Thank you.